Well, how I got started in masonry was when I was in high school. I was walking up the sidewalk at Mount Pleasant High School one day during the lunch break, and this teacher came up to me and he said, "My name is Mr. Boss, and are you Doug Drye?" And I said, "Yes, sir, I am." He said, "Well, some of my students said that you might be interested in taking masonry here at Mount Pleasant." I said, "Well, I might." So he invited me up to the masonry shop, and when I got up there, I looked at all the projects that was on the floor, and I said, "This might be something I might be good at it." So next semester, I signed up for the class, and that's how I got started in the masonry industry. Well, after graduation, I decided that I was going to go into the bricklaying business, and so there was a guy that in the community that was a home builder, so I decided that I would try to get a job. So he hired me, and he had one brick mason, and I helped him, and I had to carry brick, make mortar, I did everything. But then I got to lay brick, and I worked with him for a while, and then he retired, and I didn't know exactly what I was going to do, but I had a buddy that was in the bricklaying class. That Dad owned a large masonry company. So I went to work with him and signed up with the North Carolina Department of Labor and Apprenticeship Program. And I went through 3 years of apprenticeship and studied hard, worked hard, had 2 master masons that took me under their wing and trained me. And then after about 3 or 4 years, I got my own crew, and I got into it, and I worked with him quite a while, and then the recession hit. And so I decided, well, what am I going to do now? So I started working for myself a little bit, and I decided that I might want to learn another trade. So I tried the electrical trade, and I went to work for a university, and ended up there for a while, and went to electrical schools, and went to a lot of technical schools. And my old bricklaying teacher called me up one day, and he said he was retiring. So I put in the application, was interviewed for the job, and lo and behold, I got hired. So I started my masonry career back at the school where I really started teaching masonry, at the school that I graduated from, and that's how I got started in the whole masonry teaching business. Challenges. Well, as a teacher, I had to be prepared each day to be in class and teach the kids the skills of masonry, and it was a little challenging they had different abilities, and you had to figure out what to do to teach to their learning abilities, and that was a challenge. And then when I was in the field, it was a challenge working in real cold weather and hot weather. Proudest moments. Well, one of the proudest moments I ever had is when I became a Christian. And then the other proud moments I've had is seeing my students graduate from high school and going into the field of masonry and becoming very successful. And I was very proud of those students. One piece of advice I would give to my younger self was when I was in high school, I would have studied harder in my math classes. Once I finished high school and went into masonry and construction and took the classes at the community colleges, I was weak in math, and I had to take a lot of math classes in order to bring my skills up in the math. There's a lot of math in construction. And then I think the other thing, probably I would have saved a little bit more money when I was younger. The biggest challenge that I think the masonry industry is facing today is the masonry workforce. It's just hard to find good qualified masons and to keep the workforce strong, and I think that's the biggest challenge today. My legacy, well, leaving behind at the school I retired a very productive masonry program. And the students that I taught that are successful in the field of masonry, I feel like that I made a difference in their lives, and in all levels of their lives. And I think that was a legacy that I can say that I left behind. My advice to younger people that may want to go into the masonry industry would be, if there's programs in the high school, take those programs. And after that, find a good masonry company and sign up with the apprenticeship program, take classes and some technology classes, construction classes at a technical school. Work hard, be on time, and be a team player. Oh my, being inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's a true blessing to me. And there's an old saying that teachers touch lives forever. I think being inducted into the Hall of Fame will touch my life forever.